This is all bluegrass style here. We were playing, you know, old tunes, old-timey tunes, and in some cases, some of it more modern, you know, bluegrass style. The way we play. One of the main things you would notice of what we were doing that would be similar to most any kind of bluegrass music is we take turns taking breaks on the instruments. The old-time crowd back here, that music is just full steam ahead. All, you know, the instruments all do their thing all through the song. There's not nobody taking turns, sort of being in the spotlight. So that's a key difference, I think, old time and bluegrass music, where you take breaks. You let each instrument sort of come forward and be in the spotlight, I guess you'd say.
And they play the melody straight away all the time. The melody. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes we know what the melody is, and sometimes we don't.
We play progressive old-time music.
Right. As Dan Crary said, today's mistakes are tomorrow's breaks. Bristol sessions, which are now referred to as the Big Bang of country music, occurred in 1927, and we're talking about now the dawn of early recordings. You know, the recording of voice and recording of music started, you know, getting pretty prominent in the 20s. And so the first country music recordings happened then. And some of the big the recording companies started to notice that this rural music had a market. And so a guy named Ralph Peer, who was with Victor Talking Machine Company, came down from New York, and he set up shop in an old hat factory in Bristol. And he just put an ad in the paper. He said they were going to be looking for musicians to audition and be recorded. And he got a lot of response, and the sidewalks were just lined up with musicians all down State Street from the old hat factory. And included in that, in the sidewalk there, was the Carter family, who had never recorded before, Jimmy Rogers and the Stonemans, and they ended up being recorded during those sessions. And Ralph Peer went back to New York, and those people essentially got well known through those recordings that were made in the 1927 sessions. And by becoming well known, hence the Carter family became, you know, the gold standard for a lot of subsequent music styles, and had a huge influence on country music. It still has a huge influence. I think I mentioned earlier about everybody that learns to play guitar learns to play Wildwood Flower, just like Mother Maybelle Carter. I don't think you could find a guitarist in this region who can't play Wildwood Flower, just like Mother Maybelle. So they call that the Big Bang of country music, and it was such a seminal event that that Bristol was designated by the U.S. Congress as the birthplace of country music in America.